We're at an archaeological park, Etowah Indian mounds. This is a replica of how they lived. Okay. Yeah, this is what the generic house looked like, and this is for Cherokee area. This is mid-Georgia, south of Tennessee, north of Atlanta. Etowah Indian mounds. And this is the largest park that has survived for archaeological parks. As a lot of the areas were destroyed when the settlers came in because they didn't know what that mounds were. They just thought it was just a big pile of dirt. Yes, this is the largest Cherokee Native American archaeological park, probably in the southeast. So yeah, we could argue that we came across the lost city that was found. Oh, according to this sign, this was used for defense. It was probably a pretty good defense system for arrows. I don't know if this was being inhabited when the Spanish and the Europeans showed up. Dead fake deer. What? Oh yeah, there's a dead fake deer right there. Yeah, here's the mounds. Spacey stuff getting tired, sitting down. I've seen images, at least from drawings and stuff, much later. These images look kind of Mayan-y-ish, Aztec-y looking. And I keep wondering if there was some kind of distant trade relation, whether it's indirect or direct. Maybe the peoples from Mexico had some influence, at least indirectly, up to the Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee area. Like a Silk Road indirectly. Yeah, like a China and Rome had an indirect connection to the Silk Road. I wonder if these people had some kind of connection like that to the Mississippi rivers. Because I understand that North America has more rivers than anywhere else in the world. Like you could access the whole continent by rivers. Rough draft of what the pyramid looked like. I'm gonna call this a pyramid, I don't know. Mound. No, this is a mound, not a pyramid. I mean, after you've been to the pyramids of Egypt and a couple in Mexico, these are mounds. Okay, let's ascend the Great Mound. Even though this is just dirt, imagine building this thing. It must have been an enormous operation. It's not stone like the ones in Egypt or the ones in Mexico. It's not Machu Picchu. But it must have taken a whole lot of work with just people picking up mounds of dirt and piling it here. No excavators, no wheelbarrows, probably just baskets. It's pretty high, actually. Old stuff sitting here. So you can see the whole area from here. It's a good military outpoint.
Yeah.
So So you can see everything going on for at least a couple miles.
Yeah, like you can see the factories, make sure they're still working.
Oh yeah, the nuclear factory. So
Housing development is going as planned.
So the Native Americans could see the nuclear power plant, see if it blows up or not.
That does look like a good river to go down.
I'm sure back in this heyday, I bet you they had all these trees going, so they could see a lot farther. You know, at first I was thinking this is erosion, but I wonder if that's the original walkway.
They said that those were steps over there.
But maybe, yeah. This looks like a ramp. So this ramp that I was just looking at, this reminds me when I went on the dig in Lachish in Israel. You could see the siege ramp mentioned in the Bible that the Assyrians built. It's going up to the city. And yeah, Lachish, that's the archaeological site. So you look up the Bible story and read about the siege ramp being constructed, and it's still 50% there. It's partially eroded, but the siege ramp was still there. Oh my. I wonder what they used to keep this from eroding. I wonder if they put plants on there on purpose to hold it together, or they have structures to hold it in place. The structures are long gone. I wonder, it must be the plants, or maybe they just maintained it. So we're going up the other mound. Get an idea what this is. Somewhere around here was this chief's house. Somewhere right around here. There used to be. It says Mound B. First to a construction phase took roughly 1,000 years ago. This construction resulted in swamp. Okay. I took a picture of the sign, so I'll read that later. There's a river we can kayak down. We can take the river right by the pyramid. Wow. So this was the life of the city. This right here. Trade routes, water, all crops, international trade. Well, international back then was all the tribes of North America. This is the river that the civilization lived upon. This is the water. It's where they get water to grow the food, transportation, international trade. Like I said, on top of the mound right there. This was the life of the city, kind of like the Nile was for Egypt. And I bet you, I wouldn't be surprised if the civilization existed over there. It was a lot bigger than they think it is. And the materials that the civilization used was more organic. Everything was made out of wood and mud. So it probably didn't last as long. It's not like Egypt or Roman. There's huge stone structures that last for generations and generations. But these lasted just because of the sheer size. That's my theory. everything else decayed and disappeared. Look at this river. It's very beautiful, kind of brownish, and yeah, ancient ruins along the river.